It's me again, the masshole. Please forgive the neighbor working in the background. I respect his right to work on his own stuff, as he respects mine. So check it out. I got my new front turn signals from Lowbrow Customs. Link in the description. Aside from the cool looking fins on them, they're almost a perfect match for what I got in the back here, which is why I got them. So, cool beans, and they work. They're even the right color, which is amazing. But there is one little problem. They don't draw enough current, so I got this hyperflash problem going. So that's not so good. But I think I got a fix for that. So what I got here is clumsiness. Also got an electronic flasher module. This is supposed to replace the flasher, but it's all electronic. For LEDs, incandescent, or a mixture of both. Because if I had LEDs, I'd be having the same problem right now. But here we go. So what I'm seeing here is the diagram in here. I've got 3 terminals marked E, L, and B. And it's hard to do this one-handed, but I'm trying anyway. This is the stock flasher relay. And here, I also have terminals marked E, L, and B, or BLE in this case. So, I figure if I take the wires, I'm going to have to use a different connector. I've got some terminals that you clip right on to this relay. But if I can identify which wire goes where and put them on the other relay, and I can zip tie it in place, maybe on the same tab, maybe over here, and that'll cure my hyperflash. So remembering that on this relay it goes BLE, and I'm sure everybody wanted to see my hand just there. And it plugs in like this. Then what I'll need to remember is that B is white with the blue stripe. L is, what's that center one there? I'll call that blue, light blue. And E is green, which I also know is ground on this bike. So I gotta take this connector off and put my own stuff in. So here we have our new terminals on the old wires. Now we can plug the relay in. Alright, so there we have it. I had to replace one of these connectors because, there we are, because I just didn't have the access to get in here and crimp very well. But it's in there. So in theory, this should work. Here we have our running lights and turn signal. Check that out. And the other side, back 2. And here we are, mounted in not exactly the same place. The old one hung off this tab, but I zip tied it through this hole here, and it's not going anywhere. So this worked for the 3-wire system on my 95 Honda Shadow Ace 1100. It's a generic flasher that I bought at AutoZone. So similar procedure should work on any bike wired similarly. It's a generic part, so it should be a generic procedure. I use this with my incandescent lights because they just weren't drawing enough current, but if you want to put some fancy schmancy LEDs on yours, go right ahead, and this relay will run them just as well. In fact, I could go to LEDs now if I wanted. I was avoiding LEDs so that I wouldn't have to replace the flasher, which is ironic now that I know how easy this is. But yeah, I like the look with the incandescents, and it's pretty cool. So I'm going to call this a 1-beer job, because that's about how much I drank to get through it. Very scientifical, technical measure there, of course. So I got working turn signals. I'm all set for the Japanese Day at the Lars Anderson Museum tomorrow. Until next time, this is the Masshole signing off.